Oh snap, it's the battle of the speaker handles right here, man. We got the Sony XG300 and the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. All right, I've been hanging out with this Sony XG300 for a hot minute now, and it has been a fun speaker to talk about in the last few videos. And I just wanted to compare it to one more speaker, which is the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. Wilson, you ready to get on with this, man? I don't know which one's gonna come out on top. To be honest with you, this is an interesting battle because it's really gonna come down to, of course, sound preference, right? And I think we can all say that in the form of Bluetooth speakers, Sony is not necessarily known for their highs, okay? JBL and Sony definitely focus on bass. And the highs, they're really soft. Whereas on the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, man, they focused on those highs. It brings the boom, but it definitely brings the highs. And for all of you who are out there in the comment section talking about the Motion Boom Plus overheating and having all these different issues, I have had an update which actually did make it sound quite a bit better. As far as the overheating thing, dude, I've worked out with this in my home gym, I don't know, probably about a solid 2 weeks. And for about 3 weeks now, we've had triple digit temperatures in that garage. I don't keep it in direct sunlight, but in that garage, for about an hour and some change, we're talking about triple digits, and I have not had an issue out of this thing. So maybe it was just a few units. I have no idea. Mine doesn't do that. So for a lot of y'all had that question for me, and whatever. Either way, it's the showdown, man. Look, they both are waterproof. They are both dust proof. You can beat the snot out of them. But I do feel like the Sony XG300 is more durable in a sense that if you drop it, you might crack it or something, but if, like on light scuffs and drops and stuff like that, you're probably not gonna notice because of this beautiful mesh that it has here. I am a fan of the mesh, although sometimes I feel like it hinders the sound quality in the way of highs. Whereas the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, it is an all plastic build. Well, all plastic with the exception of this metal grill, which on my Motion Boom, I have actually scratched it. So it's just like a silver, like the paint scuffed off. So you will see blemishes on this thing once you get it out there in the wild and start banging it up on stuff. So as far as build quality, I gotta give it to Sony hands down because it just feels like quality. This just feels like a Bluetooth speaker made out of hard plastic. No big deal because we're talking about sound and performance here, right? So let's get into some stuff. They both have onboard controls up top. It's nothing special. We got our bass up button. We got the mega bass button here. Yeah, it's all the same stuff until you go to the back of the speaker. Sony's giving you roughly 25 hours worth of battery life. That way you can share it with your phone or tablet or whatever device via that right there. That's the output for your charging. And then you have your 3.5mm aux cable input. Then you have your USB-C charging input. And then you have a light and a battery button right there. Just check on things or turn those lights on and off, which are right here. Soundcore is running a little bit leaner with a 20-hour battery life that you can share with your phone or tablet via that input right there, that USB-C or USB-A. Then you got your USB-C charging input, and then last but not least, you have your 3.5mm aux cable input. There are no party lights on the Motion Boom Plus, which I think is a plus because I'm not that big of a fan of party lights on speakers, but as I've said in the other videos, I really can appreciate the way Sony did it. It's nice and classy, super subtle, and it doesn't bother me in any way. Now the Sony XG300 has a little trick up its sleeve right there. You see that little thing right there? That is that magical handle. You just dip your finger in there and slide that handle up, it locks in place. Now you can carry this heavy ass thing because it is on the weighty side. I mean, it's not unbearable. I could actually still palm this thing, but it does have some weight to it. And I feel great about this handle. It is so clutch, pun intended. You can just grab it and go. I really like this, man. Handles are important with speakers this size and this heavy. Whereas Soundcore just has this built-in handle that just sits here. Let me move out the way, Sony. Let me talk about Soundcore right now. So Soundcore has a built-in handle. It is what it is. It's always gonna be there for you. But they went the extra mile and threw in this handy dandy strap, which you can put on these shackles right here. Now you have the option, and this is something I really like because the handle is good. It's nice and clutch. It's always there for you, ready to grab. You don't have to dip your finger in or nothing like that. But there has been occasions where I'm carrying speakers in here and I've been cool with doing this. This has been very helpful for me. So that's a huge plus on the Soundcore side of things. Now, both of these Bass Titans actually have apps that they are connected with. Now, Sony's app, I don't like it. Sony's speaker app, it's the Sony Music app. It needs a lot of work. Their headphone app, great stuff. I do not like the speaker app. To get to the sound settings, you have to do a couple of clicks, and it's just real cumbersome. But they give you some options here for different sounds. They give you the Clear Plus Audio or Clear Audio Plus, which automatically engages their mega bass, which it sounds all right. I'm not a big fan of it, so I like to personally EQ my stuff. But you have to turn off that Clear Audio Plus to get to the customizable EQ, which is only a 3-band EQ that includes mids, highs, and bass. And it's really hard to tweak that stuff to get it to sound right because they just don't give you enough bands. And then you have the Mega Bass option, which automatically re-engages the Clear Plus Audio. And then you have the Sony Live Sound, which actually sounds really good depending on the environment you use it in. If you're outdoors, in kind of moving around in a party or something, it might sound pretty good, but then you don't have the Mega Bass. So I don't like the way that Sony has done it with their sound profiles and the options that they give you. Now, Soundcore, on the other hand, is killing it. It's all baked into the headphones, like it's all one app. And then you choose what device you're using. And in this case, it would be the Motion Boom Plus. And they give you so many options to EQ your stuff, man. They give you like, I have no idea, at least, 10 preset profiles to choose from, which is one of them is their Soundcore Signature. And it actually sounds really good now as opposed to pre-updates for this thing. So it actually sounds really good. And then they give you an EQ, which is like 7 to 9 bands. I can't remember, but you can tweak this thing to almost perfection, man, almost. I love the sound that comes out of here when I start EQing it. But in the case of this video, we're gonna do this sound battle that I'm about to go do outside at the pool when I take these home. We're gonna do the sound battle with the Soundcore Signature profile, because that's the way Soundcore says this thing is gonna sound best. And then we're gonna do it with the Sony Clear Audio Plus with Mega Bass on. So y'all ready to get this show going, man? Let's go to the pool, man. Let's see how these things sound. All right, we're getting the battle started with the XG300 at 50% volume. All right, let's give the Motion Boom a chance. To Sony. Uh-oh. Yep, that's that real-time stuff messing with me again. Hold up, guys. Let's play a different song. Let's play a different track. Okay, here we go. I like this one. Let's see what Sony's got. Oh, man. Back to Soundcore. We're gonna have to crank up the volume a little bit on this Sony. Let's get it about right there. Let's give Soundcore a shot. Okay, guys, look, Soundcore is kind of destroying this thing, in my opinion. I hate to do that to Sony, but god dang, man. As far as volume output, Soundcore's got this thing on lock. It's even disturbing my dog. You can hear him in the background. But as far as sound quality, that's going to be up to you. You will definitely have to push the Sony speaker a little harder. You got to crank that volume up a little bit to get more out of it, especially in an outdoor setting like I'm in. But that's for, more volume. But as far as sound quality and what things sound like, you do have your EQs built within the apps, and you also have their default sound signatures, which I'm playing for you right now. And in my opinion, let's go to another song. Let's go to a nice chill song. I'm gonna play this Motion Plus at 50% again, and then I'm gonna ride out. Back to Sony. 50%. Let's crank it up a taste. All right, guys, I'm riding out. Make sure y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.